Now, when we are done with theory, let's define how actually this could be applicable in the project management life. As you know, if we work carefully with project risks, there's gonna be a long list of them in our risk register. Have you ever heard about the 80-20 rule or the Pareto Principle? Why many people work ton of hours and get really few outcome, while at the same time some people work only few hours and get incredible results. Hey there, welcome back to my project management sandbox. My name is Chris and here we talk about managing projects, career in IT and professional development. Today we will talk about 80-20 principle and we will define how actually to apply this rule in order to increase your productivity in both personal and professional perspectives. If you're interested, make sure to subscribe and keep on watching. First of all, who is this guy? Wilfredo Pareto was the civil engineer in Italy, and during his work he made important contributions to economics, basically to the study of the wealth distribution. His rule of 80-20 was the simple observation. Actually, he has noted that 80% of wealth belong to only 20% of people. Why is that so? These days his work is known as the Pareto Principle, and it states that for the many of the outcomes, roughly 80% of consequences were caused by only 20% of efforts. And also it is known like 80-20 rule or the law of the vital few. And it also links closely to productivity, therefore make sure to check this episode where I'm sharing the IT project manager's productivity tips. Now, when we are done with theory, let's define how actually this could be applicable in the project management life. First, it's definitely applicable to the project scope. If, for instance, we look at the general project scope, most likely there are gonna be only few vital items that are critical in order to release the product. As you know, when the client comes with an idea, usually there is a long list with the initial requirements. And what we're gonna do? We need to prioritize it in order to get the core items that we are going to include into the MVP. Actually, MVP is going to be our vital few for this particular project. By the way, if you want to know what the project scope is and how to operate with it, make sure to check this episode where I'm breaking down this information for you. Number 2. Do you remember who a stakeholder is? A stakeholder is a person who can impact or who can be impacted by a project. This means that every project has a long list of such people. Stakeholders are your teammates, are people in your company who can contribute to the project delivery, people in the client's team, clients themselves, and actually the end users of your product. But although there are a lot of them in the list, if we look critically, we will clearly see that actually in this long list of stakeholders, there are only vital few people who we need to closely collaborate with, because only these vital few can make key decisions on a project. Number 3, project risks. And as you know, if we work carefully with project risks, there's gonna be a long list of them in our risk register. However, only after the qualitative analysis we will be able to define which of them are gonna have the serious impact and a huge probability. And this is gonna be our vital few that we need to focus on in order to keep the project on track. Do you know this feeling? You start your work and you realize there's gonna be a really long day. I'm sure you do. And in these situations, when we start to list what we actually need to execute during the day, is gonna be a really long to-do list. And here we come to the situation number 4, and my advice would be to prioritize this list. And you know what? When the priorities are set, you will clearly see that only the vital few are gonna be critical to be done today. And most likely the rest 80% would be just the chore. And not only this, if we look deeper and review each case individually, we can realize that for many situations at the end of the day, the majority of our efforts could be useless in getting the final outcome. Let's just take some random example and talk about, I don't know, let's say jogging. Let's not consider professionals, but just random people who do jogging for being fit and healthy. And in this situation, most likely these people are not doing jogging on a daily basis, but they're picking some day or time when they feel okay or when they feel comfortable to go and run. And what is more, most likely we're gonna be taking time to choose what actually to put on when the situation happens. Now we know the date and time when it's gonna happen, and we are already even dressed to go out and to start running. So what's next? We are on the road. First thing, what's most likely gonna happen, we will need to warm ourselves and just to stretch a little bit in order to start this activity. And not only this, I assume we're gonna be making breaks during the distance. What is more, if jogging is something that you do not really enjoy, the activities that I have listed in order to prepare for the actual run will take even longer. And you know what? At the end of the day, how much percentage of time do you think it will take to get prepared for go jogging versus the actual time you will be running? Do you see now that this 80-20 rule is literally applicable to every aspect of our lives, huh? What you need to do to be productive, no matter whether this is a private or professional life, you need to analyze the situation and to focus on these vital few that really matter. Let me know if you see how 80-20 rule is applicable to your life too. And if you see it, make sure to like this video and to share it with your friends so that more people will know how to use the Pareto Principle. Thanks for watching. Bye!